At the moment, it is known that the project will be a direct continuation of the first part, and the plot of the game will unfold in snowy New York 6 months after the events of the original source. So, the new worlds that are definitely worth paying attention to are Dead Space Remake. Release date, January 27, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, PC. The king of sci-fi horror returns in a remastered form after almost a decade of silence. The re-release, according to the canons of successful remakes from Capcom, will receive updated graphics, a new engine, gameplay innovations, and some rethinking of the original plot. Hogwarts Legacy. Release date, February 10, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox S/X and One, Nintendo Switch, PC. Remember those golden days when we came home from school and quickly ran to the computer to explore the Wizarding Academy in the Harry Potter games? Now we have the opportunity to plunge into our beloved world of wonders again, but with all the modern graphic goodies, the ability to create your own character, a reputation system and RPG elements. Atomic Heart. Release date, February 21, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox S/X and One, PC. The most anticipated project of Russian game dev over the past few years. The scene of Atomic Heart will be a beautiful world where the great and mighty Soviet Union did not collapse, but mastered the technology of robotics, but faced problems that science fiction writers warned about, and we have to solve them. Resident Evil 4 Remake. Release date, March 24, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox S/X, PC. Capcom has been releasing a new part of Resident Evil for the 4th year in a row, but this time the event is special, a remake of the 4 is coming. Gamers should expect a change in the narrative, as it was in the second and third parts, an updated inventory system, excellent graphics, and damage physics. Dead Island 2. Release date, April 28, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox S/X and One, PC. Those who saw the announcement trailer for Dead Island 2 when they were teenagers have probably already started families of their own, or at least graduated from university. By the time the game is released, the first trailer will be 9 years old, but the fans of the first part do not lose their enthusiasm, as evidenced by the positive reaction of the players under the announcement from Gamescom. The Legends of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Release date, May 12, 2023. Platforms, Nintendo Switch. It will be possible to find yourself in the magical world of Hyrule again and take control of the legendary Link in the middle of the second quarter of 2023. This time, the adventurer will set off to explore the expanse of heaven and the islands floating in the clouds. Among other things, the hero will learn how to use portals, which will expand the possibilities for moving through the levels. Starfield. Release date, 2023. Platforms, Xbox Series S/X, PC. Something worth thinking about getting an Xbox Series or at least a Game Pass subscription for. The developers promise that this will be the biggest game of all time, and I remind you that such wonderful projects as Skyrim and Fallout came from under the pen of Bethesda Softworks. In Starfield we are waiting for space travel, different factions, huge futuristic cities, a well-developed and long storyline. There will be 3.5 times more lines of dialogue in the space opera than in the last Scrolls, RPG elements, and much more. Spider-Man 2 release date, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 5. Following the resounding success of Marvel's Spider-Man and spin-off Miles Morales, developers Insomniac Games have announced a sequel to the game that will unite the spiders in the face of a new threat, Venom. STALKER 2. Release date, 2023. Platforms, Xbox Series S/X, PC. Despite what is happening in the world, Russian-speaking gamers throughout the post-Soviet space are looking forward to the release of STALKER 2. Developers from GSC Game World promise to realize the potential of the game on the latest Unreal Engine 5, add deep survival mechanics, and also make the story branching. Diablo 4. Release date, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox S/X and One, PC. Announced 3 years ago, Diablo 4 will send us 60 years into the future after the events of the Tricle. We will fight with hordes of demons under the leadership of the well-known Lilith. In the new part, a huge open world awaits us, which will be much larger than in previous games in the series. Street Fighter 6. Release date, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox S/X and One, PC. Street Fighter 6 looks set to be an innovator in the fighting game genre, as Capcom's new game is expected to feature a full character editor with detailed in-game avatar customization, as well as an open world with multiple interactions. In addition, the control system will also undergo changes. The goal is to reduce the entry threshold so that more gamers can enjoy the upcoming release. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Release date, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox S/X and One, Amazon Luna, PC. Assassin's Creed Mirage is a breath of fresh air for those tired of the trashy Remake trilogy. At the center of the story is the young Basim, known to us from Valhalla, and the eastern city of Baghdad will be the setting for the first time a decade after the release of Revelations. Stealth and parkour, beloved by many, will also return to the game. The Wolf Among Us 2. Release date, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox S/X and One, PC. The adventure game The Wolf Among Us in the original graphic style is finally getting a sequel. At the moment, it is known that the project will be a direct continuation of the first part, and the plot of the game will unfold in snowy New York 6 months after the events of the original source. Final Fantasy XVI. Release date, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 5. Final Fantasy XVI, according to the developers, will be focused not only on fans of the series, but also on a new generation of players. In the new part, we will find ourselves in a peculiar interpretation of medieval Europe, which is why the game has already come under criticism from the progressive community. Combat and some familiar gameplay elements will undergo changes, but you should not expect an open world. In return, we will be given extensive, but well-developed locations. Minecraft Legends. Release date, 2023. Platforms, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox S/X and One, Nintendo Switch, PC. Legends is an unusual experiment not only within the Minecraft universe, but for the gaming industry as a whole. The upcoming game from Mojang Studios will combine elements of the action RPG and RTS genres, which means that the player will have to build their own base, extract resources, manage and explore the world at the same time. Results: in this compilation, we have collected for you all the upcoming high-profile releases that, without a doubt, will make 2023 one of the most productive in the last decade.